Hello everyone and welcome. This is my demo review of the major finals, FaZe versus Spirits. In this demo review, I will be commenting, reviewing, and reacting, and sometimes also analyzing some of the plays. I will try to make that I don't pause the demo very often, so we get to have a smooth watching experience there. And also keep in mind that I watched the finals, but I didn't watch like entirety, or I didn't watch the full demo or the full video of the major finals, so there are some runs that I didn't watch at all. And yeah, this will be my commentary, my review, my also analysis of some of the runs. I will try to add like my thoughts on some of the runs and try to make as pleasant to watch as it is to for you and for me. So yeah, without waiting, let's go. Admin says HF, guys. Doesn't say good luck. Rob says HF. No good luck here. None of them wants any team to have a luck on their side, seems like. So the start, what it is. Do Alberta's H in 8. In diffusers? No. Decides to repick with a low HP. I mean, this is a... Wow. The fact that he chooses to repick with a 15 HP, I mean, it's a high risk though. The fact that FaZe chose first to show outside presence, indicating that they might be pushing outside or trying to go secret, and then suddenly popping inside is a good one to call. It's not like a one-step call, you know. You try to bait something on another place, and then you execute onto another place. So what I try to mean by that is that I get to see, even on my games, more and more frequently that the pistol rounds are based on first you do a fake and then you do a contact explode rush onto another side. For example, on Mirage, one fake that works really well is that you try to smoke stairs and jungle. You show two T's running onto A, and then you suddenly explode B. You rush B. At this point, I mean, if you try to get also one frag on A, it will draw more attention towards A, so the rotation will be coming, and you can try to catch someone off position. You know, technical timeout here. I'm gonna try to speed up the game. All right. I feel like Robs is trying to keep his mouse movement familiar by staying active even during the pause. Going towards vents. I mean, they can afford to take those risks, right? Because they don't have any weapons. They just have pistols, so already have a 2-stack on ramp. Yeah, it was the same. Outside presence, but this time they're gonna explode the ramp. The same exact same, but this time they just go ramp. And this time with the execute there. They're using a lot of utility to get this ramp. Wow. I mean, if you have the AKs already, I'm curious to know what's the reason behind doing an execute when you have already the AKs that have a one-tap potential against the eco, right? So if you have the gun advantage, isn't it better that you go like a contact play, try to get one? I mean, yeah, you can still get one tap with the deagle and such, but you can go either way, you know. They use a lot of utility there for ramp. And the rotation from like heaven to ramp is also very fast rotation, so it was an interesting call to me. Maybe doing the same call as the pistol arm would have worked, I don't know. He's playing very far away because they know they own pistols, and as I say that, he's playing close. Alright. If he plays close, yep, that's a Galil for them. Exactly. The smoke there was very nice though. He doesn't stay like he doesn't hold an angle on a static mode and in a way that he just stands there and waits. He doesn't do that. He just peeks and hides. And this has been like really good to do on CS2. It's a very good mechanic. Whereas on previous games, especially on CS 1.6, it was very familiar to. It was very common to see someone holding an angle and just waiting there. But right now, I mean, the picker's advantage in CS2 is so broken that you have to always stay on the move. Yeah, they stole the game a little bit there in order to maybe try to get a rotation from somewhere, and also, I mean, slowing the pace also allows you to execute somewhere together, right? Sometimes when you rush things, you get caught by rushing those things. I mean, if they decided to go B immediately, they wouldn't have any coordinated pick together, right? If you want to like make sure that you can trade your teammates out to pick together, you have to set up yourself for that. That's actually a nice smoke, nice lurk smoke there. I feel like, I mean, I like the idea, but I feel like, I mean, when you're on such a low utility, and you're such a low buy, I feel like doing the insta rush, the early rush would have been better, right? The only thing that would stop you is maybe the Amoli hearts, and still you can just like extinguish with the Molotov. Because when you rush early, you can still catch a CT trying to, you know, try to get into his position or trying to like get the control with the nades if you have the spawn. I mean, I'm not a pro player. Those are just my ideas though, but I'm not trying to say that I know better. I'm not trying to say that. It's just I'm trying to understand what's the purpose behind that. And if I receive a valid argument, you know, if I receive get a valid answer, then I would be like, okay, I mean, I don't have any reasons to say the opposite, right? This is a place that I'm very curious on how it's been played. The fact that there is nothing else, I mean, they don't say anything outside, and they don't like. A is currently silent. They have another player rotated to ramp, and in those situations, having someone rotate to your ramp, I mean, just in case they will have a late ramp tech is really good. That smoke though, also the timing of the smoke is very important. Needed that trade on the above hut city player. We needed that trade immediately. He managed to get 3 out of that. Yeah, so when you usually in a team-based game, when you get the main 3 guys, only the lurker remains. I got a pulse here. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. Back to eco. 2k by, I guess. Not even 2k by, lower by. Max loss round bonus after. The thing is, I mean, at this buy, they will not have much nades after. But I guess that's not really a problem when you play on this side. All you need is an AK and a good aim, and that's it. Making sure that nobody checks lobby. The cities have not been rushing lobby in the past rounds, so eventually it should happen one time, right? The outside cross. They're going with the while making noises, so the rotation should be coming now. Also, there's always one working, so okay. They have 2 plan. If they create the damage, on B, they will go B. But if the lurker here on A manages to get a rotation, they will instantly rotate. And this is why going outside is really broken, because you can instantly rotate from vents after. Really well played there, making use of the silo to get some cover. Really well played. That playing backside, allows him to isolate the enemies. So yeah, the whole point of doing this is like trying to make it so difficult for the cities to read what FaZe is going to do. You go B, but if you don't get anything, if you don't get anything in B, it's like pointless, to keep going B. And they try to play around the possibility of that we can either go A, we can either go B. So very nice of him to not pick instantly after the defuse. You can maybe try to pick instantly after you hear the defuse sound, but if you cannot, usually what some players would do is that they will count 2 to 3 before they pick 3 or 4. 1, 2, 3, and then they peek. But also the thing is, when you defuse, while it's paused, I can allow Master to talk further. When you get the defuse here, and when the T doesn't pick, you have to pay attention as a T player that the CT doesn't get any off angle, right? Because when you want to pick, you're gonna try to pre-aim where you planted, right? And sometimes the CT will usually play around this. They will just try to defuse and get a pre-aim somewhere. In this position is very difficult. This plant is really good though. Alright, deal or AAP. First smoke outside. Making sure that no CT tries to cross red box. In solo queue you can afford yourself to pick instantly, right? But here, in team-based game, doesn't really peek. Nice. And this was smart to move out of the position, not wait longer. This spot also on Nuke is really strong though. He's really, really strong pass. Nice bait from the AWP. Doesn't realize there's a CT there. What? Still buys time by staying alive. Yeah. He tried. NT. Well played by Orion there. They will stall the game again. They have time. I mean, this is one thing that I wish more people in solo queue would use. That is to make use of the time. There is no shame. There is no like downside into using the time sometimes, because the lurker can be a really strong role if communicated and played like in a proper way. All right, it's useless to be a lurker if your team doesn't listen to you or doesn't like hear your calls at all. I mean, lurker might be an easy role, but it's one of the toughest because you have to pick at the right time, and you have to like set it up sometimes, make sure that it's pinpoint precise. Opens the door to draw some attention. There's a smoke here, so to deny any early picks. And yeah, sometimes we saw like CT is trying to cross us this kind of smoke, and he shoots through it to maybe draw attention. This was the lurk smoke, alright. No, I learned it. This is a good lurk smoke there at this moment of the game. It will draw some attention, as we can see. Yep. It draws like the attention of two players almost. They gave up the CTs gave up on outside, so they will have to check like secrets. We'll have to check secrets, and they will also have to check heaven. Still stalling. Waiting until I think the outside teams get on position. So how they want to work this? Yeah, at this point, CTs went for info there. CTs went for info, and they tried to they got an open on A, and the call is to go or they committed on A. Oh man. Oof. Very nice play there. Very nice play from Chopper there. Buys time. Yeah, very nice play from Chopper there. Buys time. Very well played. Rocky couldn't go for this pick, but I'm still surprised that he went for that pick now. I mean, maybe he tried to catch a timing there. I'm still surprised that he went for that pick. Maybe like if you stay door or hut, you know that they will be on site A, right? So you can also play around that. They will be like restricted in an area. Now that you gave up yourself on door, they have more space to cover the bomb from. And also a smart thing from Shira, I think what he did there is that before going for the retake, he tried to see if it's possible to retake it, you know. So he threw a molly. He threw a molly here, I mean, towards here. So if he gets someone, maybe he will try to retake, you know. He'll try for like 5-10 seconds if it's possible. If it's not, then he will save the op, I think. Or he will maybe try it, I don't know, but like before you go for a 100% retake, you want to see if it's retakeable, you know. So you can try to like create an opportunity where you can make a play based on the enemy's mistakes. Well, it's paused. So yeah, we didn't see it earlier, but he was there. He mollied the vents, and if he catches someone, then he can maybe try. Alright, without taking too much risk. And still, it does economic damage, but if he doesn't catch anyone, he just goes to save. And the fact that it's MR12, right? The fact that it's MR12, the economy of the cities is the most important part, to me at least for now. Building an economy in city is the key factor to make sure that you can win the game. It's almost like a win condition. And in MR12, I mean, the impact of the all players is so huge that you don't want to waste it. Especially with the round loss bonus. You lose one round, I mean, you have to go almost eco for the next two rounds. Like, the M4 costs 2,900 or 3,000, you know. So, you don't want to lose those weapons. Sometimes you wish you had an M4 instead of an MP9. Nice craft there. A fire bubble in front of the fire serpent. Goes for the jumping. That's a good angle to deny any aggression from the cities. They still don't push into lobby. They show outside presence. They do the cross. trying to imply that we're going outside and maybe try to bait a CT push towards lobby. I'm just gonna rewatch what Dong did here. Alright. Okay. Wow. And he sprays. Uses that smoke to get some cover. I mean, to have an escape plan. One player impact there. The rounds, I mean, they couldn't get a trade. They couldn't like get a counter attack out of that. So it's just a new round, but in 3 versus 5, and time is against them at this point. What's the call? Saving is not a bad call there. I think saving wouldn't be a bad call. He peeked because he heard someone shoot from doors. But I mean that angle was nasty, to be honest. It's like a dangerous angle, you know, because it allows you this angle there. This angle not only allows you to get like a full cover from the main guy, and it's a really nice off angle from guys that come in main. But also in a 5 versus 3 situation is very good because all you need here, all you need to maintain the advantage is to get one. As long as you get one in this position, and in this situation 5 versus 3, it's enough. So that position was really strong. It's a good decision making there. I like the fact that he, when he sees someone holding an angle, he just stays on the move. You know, he doesn't crouch. Sometimes the best way to win a duel is to stay on the move, but crouch after your enemy crouched. When you crouch, you're basically committed. They hear the Glocks, so yeah, one deagle, Glocks. I wish that deagle would go outside though. Deagle Blaze, would that take 9 charm? Much as well, but I mean, take 9 charm with the deagle Blaze. Take 9 with the deagle. Not a big fan. Alright. This is now the moment where you enter the mid game, and this is now the moment where you're gonna use another set of utilities there to buy some time again. Maybe a smoke somewhere like this, something like this. But they don't have any smokes left. But they know it's Eco, so he's not ashamed to make some noises because Magic is being there. Yeah. 40 seconds in, you throw your second set of utilities there. Not in solo queue though. In solo queue this doesn't happen, but in a team-based environment, you throw your early nades to stop the rushes, and then you throw your second set of nades, smoke, molly, and such. And yeah, round is over. Nothing to do here. Oh, he jumps. Unlucky. Needed a nice flick there. And the cities are like 3 AKs. Having an AK in the city side is really deadly, right? The one hit potential of the weapon, one tap potential of the weapon is so important. I mean, it makes you able to it gives you the ability to chain multi-frags easily. Whereas with the M4 you will need to hit the head, and then you have to hit the body shot. So, and still again it's not that easy, because you can hit the head with the M4, dink them, and they can still trade you with the headshot from the AK. Punished. It's a nice timing pick there. That's a nice pick. They got ramp now. What do they do after this? They got ramp. Is the molly? Okay, molly under hammer to check behind. All right. You still have the OP here. Peeking is a. Ooh, maybe a little bit overpicked. So now the retake is possible, right? 3 versus 2. 3 versus 2, maybe the retake is not. They wouldn't think about the retake, but now it's 2 versus 2. They're gonna retake that. It all comes to who gets the first frag now. The guy that gets the first frag usually wins. All right, now FaZe should win then. Nice. So yeah, in this position, I mean, You can have like, I don't know, a good off angle, but would you like, okay, this angle is nice, but would you like cross this, you know? This angle is nice because it allows you to have an escape plan, but would you cross this to peek over? That's the question. Either outside smoke or maybe door, squeaky door, lurk smoke. But I haven't seen any fast-paced game from FaZe yet. I mean, sometimes you can just make use of your player's aim, right? Sometimes when you stall the game too much, like, okay, nice. Now that's a fast-paced game. Now it's time to create chaos. What is he doing? The knife. 75. On the fuse maps, usually the CTs rotate faster than the Ts, and trying to like get ramp. Maybe, I mean, isolating, making sure that I cannot show them. Maybe making sure that the ramp is not like isolated, and you can just like try to cover from the other spots that the cities may come from. I'm gonna go for the next round there. I like the USP though. Nice craft. Man, everybody's playing with the butterfly knife, man. It's after hearing that sound, the butterfly knife switch animation sound so many times. I mean, it's it annoys me so much now. I would never be annoyed of the Karambit switch animation sound, you know, the ching like this, but with the butterfly, I mean, it's Alberta is a good pistol choice because it has a lot of ammo and it shoots really fast, so you can just stop the rushes by yourself, basically. Or practically. I don't know if that sounds English though. Two dual Berettas. Right. Very good push from lobby to have a timing attack now on A, and they're going to support it. Nice jumping there. Really nice jumping using the door height. So they mess up with the crosshair placement of the enemies. I mean, dual Bertas is just a pistol Negev at this point. Goes B. I remember this round. Yeah, it doesn't need debate, yeah, because there are no more steps. Whereas some players, I believe some players in solo queue would have get the bait. Here he doesn't make any more noise. Ooh, you need some preparation there before picking. It needs some preparation. Oof. I want to rush this again, quickly. That was really like a little bit hurried up. That's a little bit hurried up. Very well played from him, from Dong, to isolate the enemies, you know. Like, instead of having a 1 versus 2, he had like 1 versus 1 but 2 times. This is very well played. But the thing is, I mean, you don't want to give your opponent any chances like this. Really not at all. And what if, like... What if you go down vents, alright, but instead of going double doors, you just go like single door. You follow your enemy because you're still like... You're still 2 versus 1 there, you know, you can still force the fight. What if you do this, you know, instead? Still what ifs. I'm not saying like it's better to do this, but what if? You know, question. Again, guys, I'm repeating myself. I'm not assuming that I know everything. I'm not saying that I know all the knowledge of this game, whatever. I'm not saying what is good, what is bad, but it's just questions, and we're here to discuss. We're here to discuss about the game. So these guys are pro players, and I'm not. So I acknowledge the fact that they know more than I do. They have more experience whatsoever. They have more like team experience. They first, all right. Okay, lobby is clear, so they know that it's outside. Now, how do you plan your defense based on those information now? Triple heaven peak. Triple heaven peak. That's a nice entry. He couldn't connect. Unlucky. We see more and more players taking like the 5-7. It's so broken. I mean, especially with the Deagle. Like the Deagle is like $700, but you need to get at least one to make it worth. Not only for you, but I mean individually, but also for the team, right? Because I mean, the Deagle is so expensive that you cannot allow to not make anything out of it. You need at least one frag when you buy the Deagle. You're committed to that. And the 5-7 is so useful because in team environments, the rushes, the counter-attacks are so coordinated that the large ammo capacity allows you to multi-frags, basically. Hit treated. Nice pattern though, I like the pattern. Nice. Alright, so they execute to take ramp. Taking ramp is really helpful. It allows you either to get the cities in a guessing situation where maybe they can go B, maybe they can go A, it doesn't matter, but when you take ramp, you don't really necessarily need to stay ramp, you can just go back to lobby. Because you shift the city's defense at this point. They move, so while they move, you can catch someone. And now they execute A. You see? He's paying attention if someone comes ladder whatsoever, you know. So just that simple fact is enough for the T's to have the edge. And what would you do? I mean, if you have two angles to watch, would you like take the risk of watching one angle, and if you get picked by the other angle, then whatever, or you would like reposition yourself to make sure that you don't get picked by the other angle? I like the Galido, but I feel like it needs some sticker though. Doesn't connect. Look. Nice try though. Alright, manages to get 2. This is a nice play though. I mean, even though FaZe loses that round, I mean, this is a really nice play because sometimes, I mean, if you as a city, if the T is planted the bomb and as a city you don't you die before the bomb explodes, you miss the chance to do economic damage, because on Nuke, wherever you are, you almost die from the bomb from every place, unless you're saving in garage or city spawn, something like this. But still, I mean, staying alive and fighting right as the bomb explodes is a really good call there. That should be more exposed. I mean, in fact, if we do this, I mean, the fact that it's important to do this is because on the next round, the economy is so fragile that on the next round, I mean, whichever team wins the round, that team can snowball onto the next round. Nice together, very important. Oh, there isn't this an AK there? He goes for the M4. Lol. Okay. Goes for the shoulder peak. I believe if he sees Donk, I mean, even though if he molly, he would just push it. Goes onto the boxes to catch a good off angle. So he's got the advantage there. He knows that there's one secret, so he plays around that. Maybe shooting towards heaven to bait. Yeah, exactly. Nice try. Sometimes that's what you want to do. I mean, this is not happening in the... I don't like to say low elo, but this is not happening in the casual games. This is happening in the more... Not the most, but the more advanced games, usually. There are some, like, rule of thumbs that has to be respected in CS. One is one that is create crossfires as much as you can, create crossfires as quickly as you can. Double peeks also, peek whenever your teammate peeks. If you're like, if you're here and you peek without calling it, if you're the guy that's there and has vision, you can also choose to peek as he does, you know. It's always better to communicate, to coordinate that double peek. Alright. Important round there. What's the call? They go for the buy AKs and pistol. Alright. This is gonna be a fast play. This is gonna be a fast play, fast rush play. Alright. One smoke outside, second smoke outside. Early smokes. Forces the fight there. This is important though, since you have pistols. This is important for the fight, and he's making use of Donk's talent. Possible, yeah, good call. There's a chance that they may come ramp. And having a second player close to you is really important. I played ramp, and when you're on your solo ramp from the beginning to the end, and they just come ramp, and you don't have any teammate coming to you, it's such an annoying moment. Yeah, unlucky. They needed a second one there, and one being getting the rotation one. They need a second frag there on ramp. Or maybe, you can always boost yourselves, right? Boosting is a good choice when is a good call. It can be a good call when the enemies are, that they have pistols, and they have to basically boost themselves to get your weapon. And the butterfly knife switch actually is annoying. Everybody is spamming the butterfly knife switch at the beginning of the round and during the tech pause or the timeouts. Tactical pause, like it's... Doesn't go city maybe because the last city is hiding in spawn, so doesn't want to... Oh, never mind, it's the... Okay, it's the team. That's P. Tactical post called out. Was this a double nade door? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Alright, so they check for any early hot push, and this is a deadly off angle. As a CT, when you push this place, it's really difficult to push this because usually you don't pay attention to this spot. They have a slow control lobby. They just wait in lobby to see any CTs if they're pushing or not, denying the CTs to take any information there. Meanwhile, their teammate is establishing like outside control. Having the door broken like this, it allows you to get an angle. And since you have AKs versus M4, it's a smart choice, I think, to take the trade. But this is a nice angle from the CT that's, yeah, overlooked. It was a nice angle. Deadly angle. And you see Kerrigan playing the same spot there. There's no way when you play this spot, you should be getting at least one. 90% of the time you have to get at least one, and this is a very good angle when you have the man advantage on CT side, from what I believe. Trying to create opportunity occasions outside, yeah, making use of the AK versus M4s. They got one. They have a space now. They can either go A from main, or they can like stall the game and go under place. Nice pre-aim peek there. Nice crossfire from the cities. This was a really nice crossfire. Heaven and second vent is really good. Because at this moment of the game, like, without any molly to second vent, it's really hard to clear that spot, right? You want to clear that spot, but you get picked from, you can get picked from heaven or from back silo. Sometimes winning a round depends on how well you understand the map architecture. Alright. You can be hidden until you cross this area where you're shown to two angles. And what are those areas? Plus A rush. No armor? Ooh, that was a really clutch spray. That was really a clutch spray. But Spirit still wins the round. AWP dropped. What nades are they prioritizing in CT? Yep. Molly smoke. Molly smoke is the priority. Nice trophies, man. And he also got the diamond coins. Oh, nice coins, man. Nice badges. Alright, last round. When you're at 12 round, you're more at ease, you know, to do whatever you want. It's like, I still have a few rounds to work with. This is a nice angle there. Really nice angle. That's more favorable towards the T than the CT. And the deagle outside only is not that that helpful though against the AKs. That molly pushes the city backwards. And pushes the city back, sorry. I like the fact that they don't hurry the things. They still make use of the time to its full potential. First step is to take outside, and the second step is to try to take secret, but with a plan in mind, you know. What if Dawn gets 2 frags outside? Do you still maintain the secret play, or do you go back to A from main? Unlucky. He doesn't know he's low HP. Otherwise he wouldn't go for the head play. I remember Rob's clutch here. Never mind. Nasty. Nasty. The previous one was very important for the T's. I mean, it was they had the most like advantage for them because of the weapon, because of the weapons mostly. Now it's just a first round. So when you have a Tech 9, where do you want to play usually, ramp or A? When playing Tech 9s outside is not really that worth, right? I want to make use of your Tech 9s. Excuse me, can we watch this again? Did he hear him? Did he really hear him? Yeah, he heard him. Oh man, but the timing, man. Oh my god, the timing. Still. Alright, 1 versus 1. Reliable, but GG. And he just doesn't care. He just doesn't care. What an insane game. Just want to... I cannot watch the last one again. Yeah, so... had the rate good, but it was a double D pick. I mean, it was a go forward pick. Usually you want to pick by pressing A or D, you know, you want to side pick. You don't want to go double D pick by pressing like forward button. So yeah. This was my take. This was my... like, I didn't comment so much, but I tried to add as many things as I can. Guys, I don't know if I will be doing a second map or not. If you appreciated this, if you enjoyed watching this, make sure to let me know so I can maybe do the second map, the third map. Otherwise, we'll see on the next. I will be doing other videos. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and see you on the next.